tidings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario Pedro Gould. You are now tuned into the Alpha Success Television Network. It is another wonderful afternoon. The man just got a haircut. The man just got a 1-hour shiatsu massage therapy, and I'm feeling great. If you haven't had a 1-hour shiatsu massage therapy, you need to show yourself some love and walk down to the massage parlor and get a 1-hour shiatsu massage therapy. It's going to loosen up your muscles. It's going to allow the energy to flow through your meridians, which will raise your vibration. And as a result of this, ladies and gentlemen, you will feel magnifical. At least that's how I feel. That is a hint as to the direction we're going to be taking our conversation today. Feeling good. How important is this as it pertains to the topic of successful living, and more importantly, how to feel good, okay? Before I delve into this very, very exhilarating topic, I'd like to just backtrack a little bit to what we talked about last week. Last week we spoke about, let me grab my notes, give me a second. Last week we were trying to discover what are some of the beliefs the one may have inside their unconscious mind that will hold them back from achieving what they have said is most important to them. What are some of these unconscious negative beliefs that cause one to engage in self-sabotage and self-limiting behaviors? And I hope that you actually took the time and put in the work and went through the exercises that are introduced in that video, because those exercises, ladies and gentlemen, are transformative, and they could be the key that opens you up from the prison within your own mind. You want to break free. We're here to be free. And last week we had an exercise, and the exercise was for you to write down all the situations in which you lose your self-worth or you lose your self-acceptance. So it was something along the lines of, I lose my feelings of self-worth and self-acceptance when, and you fill up the dash, fill it up. And then you write down the beliefs that are causing you to lose your self-worth. So that exercise, ladies and gentlemen, I do understand that exercise, was a very difficult exercise. And when you actually go through the exercise, initially, you will feel bad as you discover, for lack of a better term, as you discover the some of the dirt that is inside your mental house. And we want to discover that dirt so we can sweep it out and have a clean house, have a clean space from which we can create. So, after going through that exercise and you're feeling bad, the first thing the intention that I had for this video was to show you how to feel good by transforming your beliefs. Show you how to feel good by introducing certain truths into your conscious mind, which will actually make its way into your unconscious mind. So we're going to begin with that. We're going to begin by introducing some beliefs, and then we're going to take the video further and talk about other ways of feeling good that pertain to specific actions that you engage in, positive actions. Without any further ado, let us jump in the murder. And this is part of some of the coaching work that I did with my phenomenal coach that I spoke about last week, Mr. Robert Elias Najami from Greece, holisticheharmony.com. You got to check out that website. So the exercise that I do to actually ensure that I'm feeling good and I'm developing my self-worth and I'm developing my self-acceptance goes something like this. Once again, I encourage you to get a pen and a paper, because we're going to engage in some work. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to work if you want to transform your mind. You have to work if you want to let go of what has been holding you back and break free to all your desires. So here we go, very simple. Get your pen, get your paper, and write down. Write down. In general, I feel greater self-esteem when I remember or think that, then there's a dash. So you feel in a belief or you feel in a truth. Okay, let me explain it one more time slowly before I give an example. In general, I feel greater self-esteem when I remember or I think that XYZ. My example should help. So for me, you're going to have your own. For me, in general, I feel greater self-esteem when I remember or think that I have accomplished so much and still have more to accomplish. So this is a truth that I have to remind myself all the time. I came from Kenya at the age of 18. The first 6 months in Canada, I was already broke. I didn't know nothing about my future. But I was able to accomplish a significant amount of things in the past, 14 years. So I should never lose sight of that. I should never lose sight of my educational accomplishments. I should never lose sight of my transformations that I made in my life, my body, my mind, and my soul. I should never lose sight of what I have created for myself, in the financial arena. Never lose sight of. So this is a truth that I'm introducing. I'm remembering that, you know what, you've done so much, Mario, okay? You need to always love yourself. Always recognize and acknowledge yourself, approve of yourself. Here's another example that I had. In general, I feel greater self-esteem when I remember or think that I have turned around and transformed myself into an empowered man. This is a truth. I have turned my life around. I went from a negative existence to a positive existence. This is the fact. In general, I feel greater self-esteem when I remember or think that I am God's son. This is the truth. I am God's son. I am made in the image and likeness of my Father. So what are some truths that you can introduce into your own life? Some beliefs that you can introduce into your own life that enable you to feel greater self-esteem and therefore exercise more self-love. Let's see if I can share with you a few more. In general, I feel greater self-esteem when I remember or think that my self-worth is innate. It's within me. In general, I feel greater self-esteem when I remember or think that I love myself and accept myself as I am. In general, I feel greater self-esteem when I remember or think that I am in the process of evolution, which means that it is okay for me to make mistakes. It's okay for me to make mistakes when I'm speaking here on YouTube. I am in the process of evolving into a powerful, passionate, charismatic, transformative speaker. But in the meantime, I can make mistakes. I'm in the process of evolution. Finally, in general, I feel greater self-esteem when I remember or think that my self-worth is not measured by my financial success. This is a belief and it's a truth. What is exciting about this exercise, ladies and gentlemen, is when you introduce these beliefs and these truths into your conscious mind and then they fall into your unconscious mind, is you begin to feel a greater sense of self-esteem, a greater sense of self-love that comes from within you. And consequently, it doesn't depend on what's going on in your external realm. Ladies and gentlemen, you are developing this elusive thing known as self-love. And when you have self-love, you do not need somebody else to give you self-love from outside. You do not need affirmation of your uniqueness from the outside. You don't need affirmation that you are great from the outside. You are already great as you are because you are made in the image and likeness of the universal intelligence. I love it. So that is one way to feel greater self-esteem, which results in you feeling good. Okay, and we're going to talk about why it's important to feel good later on. The second aspect of feeling good when I went through this exercise was now talking about the actions. Talking about the actions that actually make you feel a greater sense of self-esteem, a greater sense of self-love, a greater sense of self-acceptance. So the exercise is like this. Get, again, a different piece of paper and write down, I feel especially good about myself when dash, fill in the dash. I feel especially good about myself when XYZ, okay, fill in the dash. Or a different phrase that is great is, I love and accept myself, especially when dash. I love and accept myself, especially when dash. Okay? So I'll give you my example. I feel especially good about myself. I love and accept myself, especially when I am courageous. I feel especially good about myself when I work hard on my business. When I work hard and give you my all in the YouTube video. I love and accept myself, especially when I work hard on my body. Okay, so what is it for you that makes you love and accept yourself more? I feel especially good about myself when I meditate and pray daily. I feel especially good about myself when I'm eating a healthy, nutritious diet. I feel especially good about myself. I love and accept myself, especially when I am dating a beautiful lady, inside and outside. That's what rocks my world. I don't know what rocks your world. So these exercises are great because on the one hand, like I mentioned, the first exercise is going to introduce beliefs and truths that enable you to feel a greater sense of self-esteem, which makes you feel more self-love, which makes you feel good. And then the second exercise is some actions that get you feeling a greater sense of self-love, which results in you actually feeling good, feeling great. Now, I want to delve into the topic of why is it important to feel good? Okay, and I'm not talking about feeling good by going and drinking lots of alcohol or taking a lot of drugs or engaging in reckless sex. I'm not talking about instant gratification, feel good. I'm talking about feeling good in ways that is natural into your spirit, that is natural into your soul, that is natural into your body, that really raises your vibration. It is important to feel good because, ladies and gentlemen, in my experience, I have discovered that when I'm feeling good, when I feel great, I receive insights from the universe. I receive insights from my soul. That is the same action that happens when one is in the genius realm, because you're in a high vibration. That's the number one reason you want to feel good, is because you're open to receiving everything that is good in the universe. All the good vibrations of peace, good vibrations of harmony, good vibrations of joy, good vibrations of abundance, prosperity, and the list goes on and on and on. When it comes to the business, when I'm receiving insights from my soul, insights from the universe, I come up with magnificent ideas that progress things faster. When I'm here making this video, I'm feeling good right now. I don't even know what I'm going to say after I say what I'm saying, but the universe is giving me the information that goes towards you, and I believe it's going to help you. When you're feeling good, you can really be in a good space with the person that you're seeing, your spouse. When you're feeling good, you show your body a lot of love. You know, you're alive and everybody feels it and they are attracted to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what they call the law of attraction when you're feeling good. So we've talked about feeling good. We've talked about how to change your beliefs so you can have more self-acceptance and some actions that you can do. I recommend you that you take this work, ladies and gentlemen. This work has transformed the man. Take this work and use this work and become a more empowered human being, because we need to see you let your lamp shine. Adios. Stay tuned. We always got something cooking in the kitchen.